we're out by about 2 millimeters on the last one, so we'll progressively punch it just a hair extra when we go around. Punch. That should be, I'll put that one right in the middle of those two. And that one just slightly over the side. And that one slightly over the side. That one almost on. That one almost on. That one bang in the middle. And that one that'll do us. That should be pretty good. Now I'll drill a hole for the axle in the middle before I do the rest, because after I cut those I'll be cutting all the sides out, so it's easy to put it in the lathe now.
On an exclusive curated-led tour and enjoy a luxury nights accommodation at Quarters Auckland. Explore Shogun Rule Japan with an exhibition of paintings on silk screens and scrolls, featuring beautiful geishas, snow-capped Mount Fuji, and the imaginary realms of dragons and more.
Now that is supposed to be 3/4, and I think that drill is so close on I'm actually going to put, that's the face of it, so the axle will stay on the face. The axle will come to the face, and I'll have just in that indentation there'll be a hub, and then from the hub I'll just put bolts straight through there. So now I've got to drill out all those holes, and they have to be roller diameter 0.7 of an inch. I guess I can do that. I don't know what 0.7 of an inch is, but I suppose we can dial that on the calipers anyway. Oh, I'll get onto that. Well, I see that on this thing here, 0.7 of an inch works out to be 17.78, which is pretty close to 18 millimeters. So if I can find something that's 18 millimeters, I'll probably be right. So I don't think we don't have 18 millimeters in that one. I don't think I've got 18 millimeters in this one either, I think, but I'm not sure. Oh, what's that? That is it's 20, probably a bit large. That's 17.3. Together. Not quite sure what I drilled the plastic sprocket with. That must have been an 18. I'll have to turn you off for a while until I find an 18. This one had a big hole in it. When I poured it, it must have just bubbled up where it hit the casting, so I just had to weld another piece in that and face it off for the lathe again. I've just drilled out this one. This one's ready to be had the teeth cut, and I'm going to make a little jig and put that in the mill, so that'll be the next job. I cut the axle of this one too short, so I'm going to try and just weld that little piece on the end, and hopefully it won't wiggle. It's only got a 14 tooth chain sprocket that fits on here, so if there's a little wee tiny bit of wobble in it, what the hell, and as long as I can get that, slide that through the cast bushes, I should be right. See what happens. It's got the slightest of wobble in it, but that's going to be going rather slow anyway. That's the final drive sprocket, so if there's a little wobble in it, I don't think it'll matter too much. Moving on, I think. I had to stick that in the press a couple of times because it's to slide the bearings over. It was just still just a little bit sticky out there for some reason, but it goes on. So that'll do us. I'll make sure I make the next one a bit longer, save me a bit of time. This is my jig I've made for cutting out the sprocket. I've shaved the sprocket down so there's not much meat to come out. So you put that on there and wind it that way, wind it that way, and there's two parts of the teeth, and I've got a handle to do it, and I've also got bolting it down with a washer on top of that with a little bit of weight on it. So I'll show you, I'll do a couple of runs with it and show you how it goes. A whole lot of spring washers underneath here, get a bit of tension, so that bit of WD-40 or CRC to lubricate it. getting the wrong hole. Try a different hole. There's two. I won't let you. You don't need to watch the whole lot. You can take a bit of time. Hope I didn't muck that one up before I dived in there a bit, because if I did, I can just top it up with a bit of weld and then do it again. Well, I've just finished cutting the first one out. I think the teeth are probably a little bit long. I could shave a bit off the top. And there's that mistake I made there. If I shaved the top down, there'd be no mistake. Hehe. That's what I call making a mistake into a feature. Now, here we go. Beautiful, and it fits. How's that, eh? Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it, and it fits so nicely. It's perfect. All right. Oh well. I guess I better do a little bit of work on this one now and get that one up and running. This is not the best one. It's got a bit of crack in there where I pulled it out of the mould, and it's got a bit of porosity on the other side. Probably porosity, it's more like slag. I was going to cast it again, but that's my very first casting, so I'm going to leave it. It's not flash, but it's I've learned a little bit about this is all the Coke cans, and the Coke cans are just so full of shit. It's just, I don't think they're worth worrying about. It's better stuff to do than that. Oh, I'll give you another show when I've got all the axles and the frames welded together.